guess I'm live now. I decided I wanted to do another run of the news story mission. Not for the rewards, because functionally it doesn't have one. It's just a story. It's like a filler episode in terms of the actual reward to it. However, I do have a reason to study the NPCs in the story. And you know what? Just for the lulz, I'm going to go as this character and her crew of we are definitely not Borg. Definitely not Borg. Yes, those NPCs. Anyways, also, as preparation for this, due to having reason to consider such things, I found a record of where the 4th through 12th Iconian names were written down. See, because in the main Star Trek Online story, there's three Iconian NPCs we get to know well: Lemiran, Taket, Mtara. Well, there was nine others that are only seen a handful of times in cutscenes and played no significant role in the story. They merely look a little different. Nothing drastic, even just a little different. Well, this, because it's an alternate universe version of the Iconians, they used a different set of names. So I'm going to, while I go through the story, pay attention and see which of those names that gets used in this new story is one of the 4th through 12th Iconians. And, pay close attention, shall we say. Oh, crud. There. Anyway. I guess the sound's still working. All right, let's go. Oh, it's already time. You know what? I'll do the TFO quick and just for the daily.
Thank you for coming. This simulation was
All right. While I'm waiting, I might as well collect my earning stuff.
Combat simulation is about to begin. Good luck.
The simulation is active. Prepare for combat.
So these are the blue board. If they're blue or yeah, the sliding effect, that's very similar to the way friction is particle behavior. And if that's the effect of these blue boards then it is actually giving you Come on, this adapted in blue.
The Borg threat level is escalating.
we're still pretty good. Oh, yeah, it was an easy one. So we got the part right. We did one. Oh wait, no. Oh, that's why there's so many logs. I had two different tasks that got. One is a universal endeavor. One of these.
Be advised, the walls are adapted.
These are the green ones. These are the ones that do scrutinization and suicide.
One of your teammates is down.
The Borg are relentless. You must stand your ground.
Wait, I'm not the only person who's gonna okay, I love how the gate phasing effect makes the board grow. Yeah, stay out of those red zones. Stupid coordinates. Being honest, that if you assume that the Borg have the ability to get resuscitated after they explode like that, the suicide bombing but only if the Borg have the ability to get. Okay. Hey, Pax Quadratica, how you doing? Simulated oh, they hurt it.
One of your teammates is down.
Okay, well, people are.
One of your teammates is down.
Well, we're done.
You may cease hostility.
Really?
The simulation
Find
is
you.
well done.
Computer
I don't think
end
this is actually
simulation.
a lookout one, though.
I speak
I've only
from
actually had
experience
one
when I
run
say
where I
that
got
fighting the
KO'd.
Borg can be horrible.
If I remember right, I was able to just walk back in. Although the person's just standing outside. Perhaps just build the back. Okay, let's see what I get for my hand. Alright, mostly R&D materials that I don't need. Decent number of energy credits marks them. Cool. And yeah. Got a few things. Okay. Let's dump this out. Now, to play the story mission and save it for tomorrow because I don't have a reason to turn the story mission in right now. I was actually just going to play the story for today, but timing made it the otherwise. For this particular thing, I am going to um, scrutinize the names of all of the
I come to you today with ill tidings. We have detected another Borg incursion.
Also, I'm at New Romulus, so I don't even need to transport to the Tourette system. The starting cutscene for this mission is utterly hilarious when you play it as a character who, looks imposing. So, the names of the 9 lesser Iconians: Kalessa, Karin, Lamimi, Linnea, Inshel, Sarissa, Takei, Valar, and Varera. Did I pronounce those right? I have no idea. Because there are no examples of the names being spoken out loud that I know of. At least from the original versions. So, again, situation under control. Now, I was trying to find on the wiki what the
Welcome to the
pictures
Tourette
were
system
of all
and
of
its
those
Iconian
NPCs, but I
gateway.
failed.
Yes, the Ethereum. I'm coordinating. I
Yeah,
wonder,
we already
did
know.
the
You're
Iconians
half
ever
insane.
do what we're about to do?
Note how the Unity does not show a prefix on it. That is interesting, but dun dun dun. So I've actually done this more than once already, and I've noticed that it seems to always be the same frequency every single time you do this.
There's a signal of the Iconian. Indeed, it's unfortunate. One fact, a single. I would like to.
So let's see what her horrors are.
Thank you for coming. I know it was a strange request, but I wanted to say this.
Yeah,
because
I had fun with
my
the
recent
mirror
encounters
Borg
with the Borg
prosthetics on
have
this character.
taken their toll, I'm afraid. Should
the
we go into
7.9
battle with Borg
prosthetics.
forces?
I mean, barely even looks different. I just added a glowing eyepiece.
I may not be a reliable ally. Therefore, I shall remain here on Overwatch. I realize the impact this could have on the mission, and I hope you understand.
Admiral, the Etherean commander is requesting permission to beam aboard.
Permission granted.
Cordial greetings. I am Leader Grendat Bex of the Starship Unity. I look forward to working with officers of your caliber.
Thank you. Though I will not be joining the two of you.
I understand, Admiral. Having a vessel on station to guard the gateway is logical. I have the utmost confidence in this group. After all, through harmony,
Yeah,
we
that
are
mantra key
secure.
chance
Yes.
sounds like
And through unity, we are strong.
the fact that she
Quite
does
so,
the
Admiral.
code phrase
Then I won't keep you any
rebuttal
longer.
is
Safe journey to all.
concerning.
Energize.
Yeah, not particularly thrilled with that. Doesn't feel
Enter the gateway when you are ready.
Hmm. Interesting color choice they use for that.
Unidentified vessel. I am the Federation.
No,
Discovered
this
entity
is
that no
Valar.
longer exists.
Now,
Explain
Valar
yourself
is
at once.
number 11 on the list of the icons that we saw in Broken Circle. Because technically, all 9 of the Lesser Iconians show up for that one cutscene. Only one do you actually see the entire group, but you do.
Very well.
Lord Fleet
So,
ahead.
we know that
We have
Valar
work to
is
do.
one of them. Interesting how the Aetherian ship has a weird polygon. And I'm not sure what that energy beam is inspiring.
These are not more capable than nor are they from
Yeah, that's also true, is that the mirror Borg, as they're sometimes called, are actually specifically called Borg Kingdom vessels, not collective. Just to make
Mayday! Mayday! We need immediate assistance! Mayday!
But yeah, it's like everyone who's performed the kind of often knows where you got the name because probably think this is so they are not going to be
We're reaching enemy ground forces below. This is a full-scale invasion.
oh, there it is. Oh yeah, Cryptia. Apparently it's a
Thanks for the...
I wonder if, Revere is That's a great threat.
On behalf of the Iconian Alliance,
So, again, this is
thank
Valar.
you for your timely assistance.
As mentioned
Against
before,
what appears
this
to be
is
a
Iconian
common
number
enemy.
11.
I wish to meet with you to discuss further cooperation.
Okay, that's strange. Now it works. Hmm. So, actually added a name to that one. Whoops.
On behalf of Vintage.
That was a story critical dialogue. Dun dun dun. Thunder beam down. Prepare for combat. Yeah, I know. This is the Captain Pollution team. And we're coming to fight pollution or something. Or are we? You know, that's actually one of the things about this a story that's a bit weird is that it reeks of
Combat
not
with Borg
everything is as
forces
it
will be
appears.
inevitable. Since
What
we have not
exactly
worked
is it
together
as it
before,
appears is the real
you
question.
should be
So, here we
aware
are.
of my capabilities in battle.
This is Betran. Or Betren. Betren is not one of the lesser Iconians. This is thus a completely new character design. You, shut up, get out of this. I'm studying these. Pilar, one of the lesser Iconians that we didn't see in Broken Circle. Betren is not. Alright, so that is 2. Yeah, also, when I did this last time, I didn't remember what all of the names were. Also, I did actually look at their bios to see if they actually had bios. They don't. Also, this guy. Oh, hey, note here that we have an Aetherian faction logo. That's interesting. Okay, let's look at his thing. Yeah, it just says group Aetherian. That's it. Ooh, I wonder, did the devs add a kill count to Aetherians? That would be obvious portion. All right. All right. I have to talk to
Combat with Borg forces.
Yeah, whatever.
Greetings. I am
Actually,
Pilar.
wait, hold on.
Greetings. The enemy is. Then let your
It
forces
just says
join
Pilar and
ours
friend
this
in the
way.
dialogue button. All right, so let's see what they have here. Companion activate proton lance. So if this is basically a laser beam attack, and up to 6 enemies get hit with lasers, it does 1,000 damage to each of them. Okay. Dum dum dum. Nano charge disruption. Yourself and nearby allies immune to holes, disables for 10 seconds, immune to Borg, anchors for 10 seconds. All nearby Borg, knock back, and something something. Oh, and it gives him massive damage resistance ready. Sure. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. I'm going to have to scrutinize the animations used for those later because he has a power
Those
he uses in
heralds
that
are
one.
in danger.
Let's see. And,
Quick, we must rescue them.
yes. We have to save the tentacles. I know. Oh, that just says
These Borg seem to be based on magnetized nanomachines. Extreme heat may reduce their effectiveness.
The enemy has never made it this far before. I am greatly concerned.
The Borg are quite tenacious foes. It will take a lot to defeat them. Curious.
Yeah, that's
These Borg are transferring.
Yeah, these Borg aren't really putting up much of a fight. My personal headcanon for this currently is that most of the invading force is actually not here. So, I went to see what his powers look like. Look at those guys. Yeah, see how he
Not
created
remain
that
stationary for long.
a triangle and
Leaves you
and
open
fires
to
his
enemy attack.
triangle.
So much has been lost. So many lives destroyed.
The Concordia was decimated by Borg for many cycles. We know the price of freedom too well.
Alrighty then.
Be mindful of the enemy tendrils. They are deceptively agile.
Run toward control.
The chamber of the world heart is not far now.
Oh, hey, look. Signs of combat. Yeah, not the signs of combat. Actually, wait. Lar. Yo, Goofus, get over here. I want you to use your healing power on me. Yeah, he does that meditation pose. He creates a square, not a triangle. So yeah, the defensive ability he uses is a square that creates a big pulse. The
Continue
triangle
inside
is
and speak with Lamirin.
the activation animations are also similar.
At last. Incredible.
No, I am not going to talk. I'm going to scrutinize your face. This is the mirror. These are random heralds. Names because they're shrubs. Who cares about anyone else in this room? Let's look at the map and see if there's anything goes. Speaking of the map. Yeah, that's a lot of map. I'm going to compare this with the battle zone because the ground battle zone is in many ways extremely similar in design. I don't think it's exactly the same, but reminiscent. And I'm pretty sure this black stuff is meant to suggest that controlled nanites have started covering the surface of the planet. Alright, so the next person we need to talk to is the mirror. Quick jog around the ominously moving object to see if there's something else here. I don't see anyone. So let's talk to him. Okay, this gives nothing. Must be not now, note that she refers to herself as Matriarch. See, Imtara in the Mainstone timeline is the leader of the Young. Lamirin is one of the big three, but Imtara is actually one who's the elder. Lamirin was the science person, while Tiket was the warrior.
The enemy strives to use the nearby console to join in the defense effort. Perhaps together we can repel the enemy and secure the world heart once and for all.
I will assist at this console.
Now, note how our Aetherian friend is part of this process. We find out later that this didn't actually work anywhere near as well as the player thought it would. Is that why?
A superior of lead engineer Corinne is under
Corinne.
siege nearby. She is attempting to translocate the
Corinne
enforcement
is
position.
not one of
The
the.
enemy has disrupted
It's
her efforts.
similar to some. One of them is Corinne, not Corinne. But very close, not exactly the same. Okay then. Time to go find her.
Coordinates transmitted.
The World Heart appears to be both a database and a power source.
Hey Pax,
The
you're
Iconians must rely on it
a
heavily.
foundry author. Do you know of any
We must
online
not let the
resources
Horde take
showing
control
what
of
all
it.
of those old NPCs look like? Because looking on the Stowe Wiki, I don't see any pictures of them. Let's see, was there anyone in this passage, Mike? Where are my bridge officers? Get over here. Got lost. Bad. Well, do it. Anyways, moving on. You know what? I'm curious about something. There's the invisible. I wanted to explore the battle zone. Okay, then so much for that. The fact that this is a different color than the one that we have spent hundreds of hours murdering dinosaurs in is a nice touch. Not a drastic redesign, just a little. So Gwyn is over here and has a bunch of different friends. Hey, look, Dead Heralds.
Enemy forces are ahead. Prepare for combat.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Get Agni killed. However,
Horde vessel incoming.
that is absolutely not the right weapon for my character to be holding. Okay, so do you remember how in the late Iconian War things, there are a few cutscenes that show Iconians who aren't the main three,
Sela,
Impara,
Enterprise.
Lemirin, and Tikad?
We picked you up on sensors.
Well, in the
Thought you could
Foundry,
use a hand.
we had those other
It was
9
my understanding
as
that the
NPC
cavalry
assets
arrived
we could
on
use.
horseback.
Do you know of anywhere that
It's the
there are
25th
pictures
century, friend.
of what those other
We've
9
upgraded.
Iconians look
Right.
like, so that we can
The
associate
Iconians
pictures
are in
with
trouble.
names?
How can we help?
Because this mission, because it's doing alternate Iconians, is playing with the idea of using those other 9 Iconians. Or possibly it might be just a coincidence that some of the names are the same, or it might not. I was hoping that I could compare the pictures so that I could take a more detailed comparison. This is Quinn, and you know. I mean, this is obviously using. Wait, hold it. Did they create a second version of the Iconian costume? shoulders on this look different than the one that we have as a player costume. Anyways. Alright, talk to Sela. Now, Sealand's crew are all some sort of references to something or other. Denise, Toel, Gecko, and Ayla.
This has been a day of surprises. The last time I saw you, your vessel was burning near the wormhole at the Battle of Bajor. How did you manage? Ah, I see.
What she means by the Battle of
That would
Bajor?
explain a
Good
few
luck, I don't know.
things. We'll have time to compare dimensions.
Anyways.
I take it. Let's hope it's enough.
Please return to me. I need your help badly.
And,
This is Captain Sela.
course
We're
you
on our
do.
way, Matriarch. Damn! That's a lot of board.
We must dispatch these wolves quickly. The matriarchs need our help.
Or maybe it actually adapted earlier. You know what? As long as it doesn't have forcing
I will defend the entrance. Please assist the matriarch inside.
Okay,
Damn!
you have a link to what
Wolfheart's
you're
been
thinking of?
compromised. We're in trouble.
That's just a barrel. Also just a regular barrel. And again, it's just
You returned. And what I do?
I'll do what I can for this console.
okay, so this one has well, not all of them, but most of them. Okay. Wait, that's a different list of names than the one on the Iconian page. Interesting. It's like the obviously Tiket, Lemirin, and Impara, but what's it? Okay, so, yeah, that's not the same list of the 9 that were the Foundry only NPC ones. Oh, well. Apparently there's only one point of similarity, and that's the name of the law.
They're
again,
relentless,
Sikin
they aren't
isn't one of
invincible. We can still win this.
the ones on the whole list of 9 that were
The Iconians are powerful, but even they might fall to the board.
Yeah, it's like they use the same sounds and just rearrange them to make this new name. Interesting, though. Hey, it's Blue Borg junk. Need to blow it up. Let's see. Yeah, those guys in. I think those guys are in. Yep, that got it. Yeah, this has a different layout than the one we have in the Dyson Ground Battle Zone. Probably not going to be able to do a proper comparison of them. Oh well. This is really, I think, a map that's meant to just be vaguely similar, not, identical. This is apparently supposed to be Iconia, not the Dyson Ground Battle Zone. Because when you look up and look at this horizon, you don't see the sphere above you. Because the Dyson Ground Battle Zone has a weird sky where you just see more stuff. Okay, so here we have Siken. Oh, I can't? This is supposed to be Ticket. But it's just not interactable.
They told us you were coming. Not at the moment. Give me more time and I can get her back on her feet again. I sense more of the enemy approaching.
So,
Please
I guess Siken is supposed to be a doctor or something. Oh look, more cutscenes. I'm gonna steal their ship.
Incoming! Be ready to remodulate your weapons!
Boring. What is that boring?
Enemy reinforcements have arrived.
All right. Yeah, this lightning pulse wave, despite being something you don't actually fire all that often, it actually seems to get remodulated. Oh yeah, they're definitely showing the adaptation thing in blue. That's different.
Keep it up. We can do this.
Yeah, security drone has a knockback effect. Yeah, that's a great effect there. Protobeta coalescence. Two-piece benefit from the power All right, the cat's up. Let's look up the cat.
You fight well. I am honored to meet you. I am Defender to Kent.
Alrighty then.
I sense more enemy fist.
Alright, back to Lemurin. Yeah, this is kind of interesting because, like, we go out and then come back a few times. We don't really get very far in the alternate version of Ground Warzone. Oh, hi. Congratulate. My personal guess as to why this gun has to remodulate so often is that it's actually being registered as hitting several times because it has this like electrical scattering effect associated with it that seems to be registered as a weapon.
I offer you
What's up? I want that costume.
but I know you know me too well. Mother. Still a Latvian Federation, I see. Tragic. And you're the perfect fool.
Her hair looks blue with
Sister after sister, the queen of thieves, and your reign ends here. And yet, foolish daughter.
I like how those like things look kind of like halfway between Kate and
It's
Sigmund.
not working. She's blocking our
Really,
fire.
really love the aesthetic of the controlled or hybrid
Gnawing at your very core.
cybernetics.
That's the realization
I
of
really,
utility
really
in
get those as a player character.
Do it! Now!
And also, when
Not
you look
so
at how the
left.
team when they're captured, that effect is being applied even to the ones that are actually.
You just laid ultimately, struggle is goodbye.
Also, I'm not really sure if that was a blue version of the standard Borg transporter effect, or if it was just a Federation transporter. Either one would actually make sense. Alrighty then.
I had no choice.
The enemy was about to take the world hard. You were in the right, Captain.
There's still a Borg fleet to deal with. We'll have to evac by
Ket
shuttle.
is actually
I'll have Enterprise send one
oddly
down to a suitable
happy
land.
about the world park getting exploded. Especially given that in the Fall of Iconia story. Okay, here's Saket. Did we do that one already? Yeah, I think we did that one. That was the person who was trying to help Saket.
There. That platform will make a good landing site for a shuttle.
Yeah, okay. Looks like all of the characters from this story are on the wiki. It's the ones from the old Foundry content. So I wanted to see if the devs really did use the same NPCs from the old stuff for this. Oh yeah, this was stated as being part of the whole like omega molecule refinement process that the sphere was, or the Dyson sphere was created to do. I wonder what they actually use it for. Then again, it's entirely possible that that's kind of like the key special sauce in making Iconian tech work is
We're
you
almost
need the
there.
omega.
Head up that ramp.
Hey, someone teleported me. Yeah, shoot him. Nope, haven't. Okay, then. Of course, there's only one way to get here.
Set up a locator beacon ahead.
I'm sure this is actually safe.
Behind us!
Enemy target on center.
And the temporal AoEs that I gave to my bridge officers is this.
That beast seems stronger than the rest. Battle wisely.
The shuttle's almost here.
Oh, the mana now counts as a captive. And when it knocks you back, it's activates your hit power. Yeah, this is going to be a great issue for getting captain kills in the round. I mean, assuming you feel like doing something that fixes them.
We're in business. The shuttle will be here.
And yeah, I'm going to salvage this junk now because I know I'm going to have several in space when I have them up. And oh yeah, I should get Rita. You get stuff. Quarantining the food so the triples can eat. All right. Got time to push the.
We're in business. The
You know, this would have been would have felt a bit better if they had actually had the shuttle get triggered to show up while we're actually in the middle of combat.
They're merging.
Yeah, yeah. All of the little tentacles formed together to really make a big tentacle.
Elements, preserve us.
Inside of my character's mouth looked the wrong color somehow.
Run! Get to the shuttle!
Oh, I see what it
Aren't
is.
you coming?
Like parts of the character
Tear
model
the
are
shuttle apart if
transparent
someone
when
doesn't
you
keep
view
it
them
busy.
from the inside.
That task falls to me.
So
You
if
know
the game
I'm
tries
right.
to show
Right.
a certain
Good luck.
angle, it's because of the fact that it doesn't actually have an inside drawn from the character's mouth. Okay, so this is triangular. So this is his offensive ability.
Unity. We.
So this is the ability, a variation of the ability that he uses to fire the laser beam. 'Cause his defense ability was the square ones.
Destruction of the world heart was a setback, but the
I
mind
want her
who
costume.
created it. Is it arrogance when speaking? This ends today, once and for all.
No, it doesn't. It's not how the work works.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield. Rear shield
Ah,
I love how it literally just calls
and
them.
I wouldn't have any idea.
The black cloud effect is cool, but whatever.
warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed. Core shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shield failing.
Yeah, I set up the character space build build to intentionally set off chain warp core breachers and destroy enemies.
Warning, ship is under attack.
I need you to provide me with more. Your ship will bolster my fleet. Your crew, my throne. You haven't won yet, Mother. I've won harder battles than this. You're going to need a bigger fleet than that, daughter. Did someone call for reinforcements?
Nope, we did not call you.
We're here to help.
Anyway,
My reservation
I
is
guess.
down. Let's
Target shields have failed.
Oh, somehow failed to. Oops. yeah, I know. That
Left shield failing.
so this is, I guess,
Goodbye, Mother.
Target shield has failed.
they're awful sure that this is. Yeah.
It's over. For now, at least. We'll be waiting for any...
There was a time when Iconia had no world heart, where we relied on our own hearts.
You know, one thing that always bugged me about the world
The
heart
universe
plot,
intends for us to return to
do
such
the
a way of life.
Iconians literally only have one database
shall
that they
have
store
hope for the
everything
future.
in?
Even on a dark day such as this, I look forward to that bright future.
Giving the order to cross.
Thank you.
All right, well done here. Yeah, after playing this twice and seeing other people play it twice, this I'm not sure that this episode is actually finished. There's certain spots where it feels like something's missing, and I'm not sure if it's just me having unrealistic expectations or if maybe it got rushed a little bit. Hmm. Huh. Yeah, the fandom wiki page has 8 Iconian NPCs listed, and the wiki.net page also has 8. The exact same list, and possibly the same articles. I haven't actually looked at them yet. All right, I need to find the mission where you go to um Kiana. Okay. Ah, time in a bottle. I bet that's the right one. Yeah. Time in a bottle. Let's see if the wiki has a picture. Hmm. Well then, you know what? I'm going to go to time in a bottle. Make a picture. I don't see a picture of them on the wiki, which is quite frankly rather shocking. course, there's a specific one I want to compare most, but, you know. Skip. Hell.
We have a lead on the Krinim. Voyager went to Krinim's space looking for them a few months ago,
Genuinely not
but
sure
didn't
what,
find much more than a Vaudois
what,
and some anomalous sensor readings. But now,
Whatever.
the war continues.
Alright. Out of the bottle. Get on with it. Oh, Persona. That's literally halfway across. You know what? It's good. Run break. Ding. Now to go to the turbo lift. As this mission does not start at the space location. It actually starts in the turbo lift. Because why not? Let's go. Anyway, so since this is an alternate version of history and the fall of Iconia happened differently here, it apparently did happen, just not the same way. This is something funny, is that what you do with the receptionist here. Really? Monster? That's not nice. Anyway, though, because of the fact that you can bribe her into getting on your ship
May I help you?
and leaving.
Oh. Wait, you must be. I'm sorry, but the business facilitator is busy at the moment and cannot be
I
disturbed.
don't remember her having voice lines. Huh. Interesting.
Yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about this. He's in the middle of a delicate negotiation to triple his profits on... Maybe... let's see. It was something... Krenim, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage right now.
This is not the same
Artifacts from
dialogue
cultures the Vaadwaur wiped out are particularly valuable. Quen's made quite a bit of latinum bringing them back through the gateways. I'm sorry, but my instructions were very... Well, I'm sorry, but I need this job. You can't.
Well then, bye-bye. Yeah, I actually went to the time and effort of making a duplicate of her on my Galaxian character. Because I was like, okay, so let's... So she decided... I convinced her to turn against her boss. Might as well keep it, right? What's up, losers? These guys are statted like combat NPCs.
Not so fast! You said there weren't any other buyers! was going to pay those guards to my office.
Hold it! I am Nog, son of Grand Nagus Ron. And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me,
being
or I
Nog's
ask my father to have a word with the liquidators about your
substitute
poor
for
business
mercenary
practices.
is
Well, I'm sure we can come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the staff. Get out! Not you, Quinn.
Here's my vest. No, the Vadwa. I picked the Talak as a show. Do I look?
Yes,
Don't let the staff interest. Quinn, it's true. I grew up on interesting. Quinn left without. I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there. Now that the power flow, the controls are, yes, over here by the artifact. Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this.
Yeah, it's a data storage device.
The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. Think I'm getting something. This is definitely Krenim in. I'll take the device back to my ship.
One thing that I am kind of puzzled about with that story that's just completely left out with this alternate universe version of Iconians is what happened to Imtara in the alternate universe? Because Lemirin has the job Imtara
I've
would have
explored
been
many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenim artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts. I've had a chance to look at the Krenim device, although I'm not sure how to activate it yet. It's definitely designed for temporal manipulation, although I don't think it would enable someone to travel through time. It's almost like a step sideways, if that makes any sense at all. Voyager's preliminary scans of it could be. Keep an eye out for Vadwar. They're still patrolling this area.
Yeah, let's just get it.
If I had to place a bet, I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found. Heads up! Vadwar on an intercept course.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
He's Federation captain.
Target shields have failed.
The wreckage appears to be Krenim. The weapon signatures are definitely Vadwar. According to Voyager, the Krenim were a fairly small society. There had to be a reason the Vadwar went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships if there are more
We're a
Vadwar.
small society in the timeline that was left over after the Year of Hell was erased from history. These rocks feel different, like they have a new texture that's not the same as the one they used to have. Isn't the same asteroid texture I remember?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh, I was supposed to avoid the not intentionally where Wait, hold it. That's a... Yeah, it's a Lachi logo. What the heck? Where's my ship sliding sideways? Ugh. Really? Hey.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
What exactly does low profile mean to you?
I guess low profile would be don't issue a challenge on an open frequency, telling them to come looking for me.
Herald's inbound.
Shock
The
it,
Vaudwar
though.
must have gotten a signal out. So much for our investigation.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
There was something about the Krenim that was such a threat to the Vaudwar and the Iconians that they're still patrolling the old Krenim systems. If we can find more Krenim technology...
I mean, as we find out later, the Iconians are utterly terrified at the idea of trying to fight people who can manipulate.
This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm here for the cutscene. Move.
These tall spires are charged with temporal energy. I need to get some scans. There's something going on. There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural.
Yeah, it just occurred to me. I don't think we actually had this glowing version of these crystals in the foundry. I mean, we had a version of these crystals, but it was totally different. Ah, peek over this.
Curious. It's almost like it's in a state of temporal flux.
I mean, you made that comment about things.
I'm reading
stepping
another anomaly ahead.
way through time. Yeah, this minigame was introduced along with the Romulus, so yeah. It's new.
These anomalies have the only other place I've
like
seen
a
sensor
warp
readings
field,
like
but
this
not
was in the
quite the
wormhole.
same.
There, behind those rocks.
Wait.
Hurry, they'll be here any moment.
I mean, realistically, I don't need to run.
This area looks defensible. Get ready. I have an idea. We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost...
You know, the fact there's a timer counting down.
Here they come!
That's something we never had the ability to do with the hilarious part about this mission is actually easier. It's to leave the defensible position because the enemies get
More reinforcements inbound!
channeled here intentionally.
I'm working as quickly as I can.
Also, climb up on this rock. That actually
Watch out! There's more of them!
Actually, I don't remember if I can.
I need more time to align these frequencies. Almost there. Just one more connection and that should...
Bye. All right. Yep. Colin Cave.
If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to buy us some time.
All right.
It's taken me some... No.
I've had some time to observe. You have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged. More of our...
Gotta say, this colony on Kiana's moon is really cool.
Hold this. No.
You need to scan for microfrac. That should do it.
Sure. Love the whole thing of having the ghostly heralds walking around. Ain't the first time they've done this in the game, but the first time was cool too. So, love it.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the...
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
The temporal compensation.
You should realign the matrix. Good. I'll put the next location on your tricorder.
This was the last one. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that crunchy sound. That was my bridge officer starting combat. Interesting. Why did the heralds flash his target enemies?
You've shown your willing. We have anorak.
Alright.
The repairs should be enough.
I beg mercy, Great One.
That's
it appears they used a cloaking device and escaped.
You are forgiven. Make preparations to depart.
As you command.
So here's the other 9.
An interesting development.
There's the Mirren.
The Ascensions have proven to be resourceful.
And the others.
Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet. And yet they injured even you, Ticket. I advise caution. They are more
The one
dangerous than they
Lemire, the shape of the face on that one does actually look a lot like the Lar.
I understand you want vengeance.
Yeah.
But we must not act in haste.
We will continue with our plan.
Because like the head decorations that Lemiran has here are the same as Lemiran has in the alternate universe.
The attack on Iconia broke our unity. We were divided, diminished, weak. The others saved us from oblivion, but it took centuries to rebuild our bonds. We cannot risk more loss. The whole must be as one. The campaign will continue as planned.
Don't have an opportunity to look at the names of any of them in this cutscene, though.
They couldn't see us? There were Iconians right in...
Oh, no. You haven't gotten
The only protection left to my people is our ability to manipulate. My people and I have made Anorax's theories of temporal manipulation Anorax designed it. The first Krenim, the Vaudois' assault on the Imperium took too much. There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
I really love this.
You hid an
particular
entire
twist.
planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
We have the plans. Our resources are
Yes,
almost
the
gone.
Krenim used
We
most
have
of their
shipyards, workers,
materials
and all the materials
hiding
you
their
can need.
planet.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone.
Alrighty then.
It's safe to resync with our time and contact our ship. But this is huge. A whole Krenim colony that survived the Vaudois? One that has temporal technology that even the Iconians can't counter? A weaponized time ship that can...
Alright, well, I finished what I was here to do. Which was stare at all of the Iconians.
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon
So,
they are
do I like
proposing
any of these
sounds intriguing. You and Captain Nog were correct in thinking the Alliance
Yeah, this is
would be
basically
interested in
just like a,
investigating such a thing.
Push
Personally,
yourself outside
I
time
approve of
for a
anything the
little while.
Iconians might fear.
Also, it's only
Kapla!
last 5 seconds. I don't remember what the cooldown on that is. I knew we didn't give it to a bridge officer, though. Bridge officers tend to just spam things at random. No, run it. The power recharge thing on this is actually kind of cool. Oh, and it makes you run faster. That's right. This is actually a character that does acceleration of kit modules, and the chronoton split. It's a slightly different ability, but not amazing. Yeah, the chronoton radiation proc one, it makes your opponent's powers take longer to recharge. It's a 5% proc, though. Good luck with that. It looks cool, though. Give it that. And goes chronoton. It's so long. I think it's so awesome. This is just a random junk item.
The war continues,
Alrighty
and
then.
all of our...
So, Somog. What makes Somog unique and cool? Well, it's simple. Every time you kill any enemy, and I mean any enemy, it in ground combat, anyways, you get GPL for it. This is one of the few duty officers that can be used by literally any build you use for ground combat. That is really cool. Now, the downside, of course, is all it does is give you more GPL. How much do you actually want more GPL? Probably not very much. But, you know. Also, purple quality, trader. Hey, those are useful. Now, the free thinker thing is apparently only Somog has that, because normally this comes from duty officers you get from one of the fleet holdings. I want to say it's the Krenim Science Lab, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I ran time in a bottle to see what the extra Iconians looked like, and I did see NPCs that look very similar to, well, okay, most specifically Valar. There was one there that definitely looked a lot like Valar. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the other ones. Oh well. Yeah, I'm tired. Ugh, I'm gonna get off. Nice having people watching. I guess I'll go raid Medic. He's still on. I don't feel like streaming much longer. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.